What is back for another episode of It's the JP Lopez Show. I got a good one planned out for you guys today. I'm just going to get right to it and introduce you to my first guest, Mr. Justice Bocanegra.
Thank you, sir. What's up, guys? I'm Justice. Everyone knows me as Joe Boo. I'm the host of the Polar Opposites podcast. Me and my boys, we got a little mental health segment that we do over there, try to bring the world together a little bit in the small community that I have. We release every Thursday on the John Eric Media group over there. Just got a little bit of everything going, little shenanigans, tomfoolery, all the good stuff. You can find us at our Instagram. It's our only social platform right now, that being polar.opposites.806. We got a little bit of shenanigans on our post, nothing crazy. Personal Instagram will be jobu_boca if you ever want to find that, for not many pictures at all as well. But yeah, love doing our show, love JP, and happy to be here.
All right, and that was Justice, man. Now for the next guest that I've got. This guy is a local celebrity. This motherfucker's hitting like 300 podcast episodes, so he's no stranger to the game. And I want to introduce you guys to Mr. Rattlesnake Roy.
What's up, everybody? I am a local celebrity. I'm Rattlesnake Roy. I host the Snake Pit with Rattlesnake Roy. I do not have a scheduled release date for any of those episodes. They just come out when they come out. I'm also the CEO of Snake Pit Studios. We have the Breaking Hyman with Morgan and Friends that drops every Monday. Then we have the Big Pink Pee-Pee Show that drops every Saturday. We have Lords of Film that drops every Sunday. And then I have a Patreon, patreon.com/snakepitstudios, that drops pretty much every Friday. If you want to really support me, join that one. That's $1. And yeah, I'm a local podcaster. Check us out.
All right, guys, that's my second guest. Roy's a beast in the podcast game, so very happy to introduce you to Mr. Rattlesnake Roy. The next guy is actually going to be on the panel today. I know you guys have hit me up and told me that this guy was pretty funny and pretty hilarious, so I had to bring him on and then have him on for the panel. But let me introduce you to Mr. Iz.
Yeah, thank you. Everybody calm down. Calm down. I was just playing. Oh, man, I appreciate you welcoming me back to It's the JP Lopez Show. I have to be honest, man, I hate this, but I'm feeling down again. Yeah, last time I was kind of down, and this time I'm kind of down and depressed. What happened was about 2 weeks ago, man, I hate to admit it, my wife caught me in bed with my ex-girlfriend. It was kind of bad, man. I didn't know she was going to come home early from work. She came home early from work, and she just heard a lot of moaning, ass smacking, screaming. It was just like, And she walks in to catch me butt-ass naked in bed with a box of Little Debbie Devil Squares. You know, I just had chocolate all over my face and my titties and shit. And she was just like, what the hell are you doing? You said you wouldn't do this anymore. And I was just like, I'm sorry, babe, I'm sorry. She's like, you know that bitch tried to kill you. You almost got diabetes. I was like, I'm sorry. So I was feeling kind of down, man. You know, we've been fighting and shit. But I've also been depressed because I'm going through empty nest syndrome, you know. My daughter turned 21 and moved out the house. Shortly after, my mom told me I needed to move out. So kind of made me sad. Nah, but you know, so with everything going on, like I said, you know, I cheated on my wife. We trying to reconcile a little bit. So Monday, I decided to call in to work. So I called in with menstrual cramps, told him I couldn't go in. And me and my wife decided to spend the whole day together. And we just sat there watching chick flicks, man. So all day we were watching, you know, like, Notebook, all them little chick flicks. And eventually I just told my wife, I was like, man, I'm tired of watching these. You pick something. You know, so she picked a movie. But, she was like, something's wrong. You've been cheating on me. You've been acting different. She's like, maybe we should talk. So we started talking, and we came to the realization that what it is ultimately, I'm getting older. I'm almost 40, but I feel like a disappointment to my family, man, on the cool. Everybody in my family allegedly was gangbangers and drug dealers, so I was supposed to go into the family business. But unfortunately, somewhere I fucked up, and now I'm just a fucking HVAC technician, Joe 9 to 5 and shit, So I let everybody down, man. It really sucks because I remember when I was a kid, I remember my grandma took me out on the porch and she was like, mijo, one of these days you're gonna be the biggest narco in Lubbock. And I was like, I'll try, Grandma. I let her down, man. I'm a fucking disappointment. Fucking disappointment, man. So, now, like I said, I'm an HVAC technician, man. I got a service van and shit. I'm all fucking in a monkey suit, So sometimes I feel gangster. I get mad because people don't see me as a gangster, but I feel gangster, right? So the other day, I got a call from my boss, and he was like, I got to talk to you about something. I was like, what's going on, boss? He's like, hey, man, we got some complaints that one of my technicians in my service van was bumping gangster music. I was like, yeah, that was me. He was like, I also got a complaint saying you were throwing up gang signs and flipping off toddlers at the fucking preschool. I was like, yeah, but them motherfuckers started it first. Like, fuck them kids, man. I'm just tired of people punking me, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm sorry, bro. I'm going through some shit. I appreciate you giving me another shot, My name is Iz. That's my time. Thank you.
And that was Mr. Iz. Motherfucker's hilarious, man. I hope his skills and his talent continue to grow and the motherfucker becomes a celebrity and a stand-up celebrity comic, so to speak. But, all right, guys, enjoy the show.
This episode is brought to you by Tigre Burrito. If you haven't tried them out, then you're missing out. Their hours of operations are from Tuesday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. They specialize in breakfast burritos and lunch specials. If you like that pica pica, try that hot sauce and let them know that it's the JP Lopez Show sent you. They can be located at 720 Highway 62 in Wolford, Texas. It's the small yellow building with the Tigre tiger on it.
Why you have shit on your shirt?
What are you talking about?
He's
Right
HVAC.
here, bro, look.
He's HVAC, bro. He was in the attic.
What the fuck is that, dude?
He was playing tackle football.
It's graham crackers.
he was playing Smear the Queer.
By myself.
He was waiting for that winter weather to play Smear the Queer, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna get me. I'm fat, dude. Anytime I got shit on me, I probably ate something.
That's what I thought it was.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Hello.
I don't know why the fuck you're nervous, Roy. You're 300
I
episodes
know,
deep,
bro.
fucker.
I don't know. I don't like having to think about what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. You thinking about changing your studio up, or hell no?
Nah, I'm pretty set on that one.
On how it? Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe like the background, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy him some chairs.
I might need to fix my lighting because a lot of people complain about that, but I don't give a fuck. So, it's more about the conversation to me.
What about you edit with Premiere Pro, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna have to pick your brain because I think I'm finally jumping to Premiere Pro, especially with the Cyber Monday sale that they're doing.
Oh my gosh.
It's too good of a sale to not fucking have the editing software.
Yeah, dude. Like Adobe does like the whole program for $60 a month, and it has like Photoshop and
It's actually cheaper. It's like $30 now.
for the first year. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because I don't have it. All I have is Lightroom and Photoshop for my photography.
Yes, I didn't know any of that. Like this new AI shit, you can like really fuck around with it.
Yeah.
I've been doing that.
So I'm interested in doing that and doing a 2-camera setup like you do. So
Yeah,
I'm
brother.
definitely gonna have to pick your brain and be a nuisance to you.
Yeah, now that you have
because
this-
you fucking don't reply back
Never.
like a motherfucker.
I didn't. He texted me last night. I didn't respond till like 12 o'clock today.
And I know you've seen it too, fucker. You're just like, I'll text him later.
Oh yeah, I saw it, bro.
Fucking asshole. Oh, man. Justice, how are you, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Happy to be here.
I can't wait for that episode to drop, dude.
It was fun. We had a good time.
If you're listening to this now, that episode dropped last week, so go check it out. The Polar Opposites. I prepped my wife because I was like, because she knew last time I was there for like 5 fucking hours, so I prepped her this time, and it still went pretty fucking long.
Yeah.
I had to leave when I did his. I was like, I gotta go.
Yeah, and that's what I always tell people, like, beforehand.
Yeah.
Usually I'm like, just letting you know we're going to be there a while, and if you get in trouble, just let them know you're with me, and they should understand.
Bro, I go long, but motherfuckers, y'all go long,
Yeah,
bro.
well, before we start recording, we all pop a Bluetooth, so we're good to go.
See who goes down first.
She works on. I was gonna make a mean joke towards you, but never mind.
Hey, go ahead, bro.
Nah,
It's all
okay.
right, man, because we hit a soft spot for Mr. Erectile Dysfunction over there.
Yeah.
That's what. Nobody knows me and his are best friends,
Oh, yeah.
so I be knowing his shit.
Bestie with testes.
Y'all are like twins.
This is my dad. This is my dad right here.
Ish, man, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you, bro?
A lady never tells. I'm 38.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're my fucking age. I really thought you were younger. For real.
We're twins, dog.
Well, I really thought like you were early 30s.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you,
bad.
bro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's your HVAC skin, bro.
Yeah, that's what it is. That sun touched, never touched.
Hey, man, let me ask y'all something real quick. So you guys are you want to be successful in comedy. You guys want to both, like, let's just say, be famous in podcasting, right? Y'all are driving down, like, 19th Street, and a motorcycle comes up to y'all at a stoplight, right? And tells you, hey, dude, I'm from the future, and don't take your first big deal. And then just drives off. So let's just say you get a big deal. Like, let's just say $2 million deal. Do you say fuck that motorcycle, or do you take it?
Damn.
That'd be a funny joke, though. I don't know. Depends on what it entails. Like, if I could still have creative freedom to do whatever I want, then
You'd still do it?
Shit,
Fuck
fuck yeah. As long as I can maintain ownership and creative freedom, first offer. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
$100.
Shit.
Rattlesnake Roy's gonna do it.
Shit. Let's go.
I think for me, I take it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to listen to some meth head on a fucking motorcycle in Lubbock claiming to be for the future.
That's what I'm saying. That'd be a funny
Avenue
joke.
Q.
That'd be a funny ass joke to do to people.
On the way up here, I thought about that. Would you do it?
I don't know, because who's to say it's not like a hater who doesn't want to see
Exactly.
you up. And so they're like, don't take the deal. And the next thing you know, that's the only deal you ever got.
I don't know why it just came to my mind when I was driving up here, and I was like, fuck. I think I would take the fucking deal. Like,
The $2 million's $2 million.
like
That's
how
a
random
lot.
is that? So maybe he's not full of shit. Maybe, but then I'm
But-
like, fuck, $2 million is $2
Isn't
million.
that,
Yeah.
but isn't that what like a lot of older like people in the industry say is like that those first few deals can fuck you, man.
Yeah.
They'll get you, especially in the music. I don't know about what we do.
yeah.
I don't think we have to worry about that
Yeah,
shit.
but have you seen my comedy, bro? I'm not guaranteed the second one.
Well, this what I hate about him is his shitty ass attitude. You ain't gonna fucking no. You could be there though. I'm telling you, you could if you know. I don't have to say it. Never mind.
Be the next Joey Diaz.
Yeah, man. I'm fucking telling you, you should go down
I
that road.
fucking love that dude, man.
He's funny as fuck.
Yeah, so yeah, you'll be all right if
He's
you
got
fucking if you're modeling yourself after that.
He's got the fucking stories. I'm telling you.
Yeah. And what's crazy is like that motherfucker's like 1986, Brooklyn, New York, and he's got a fucking and he's like
Dude.
in '79 in fucking Harrisburg, New Jersey. Like, God damn, how do you remember all this shit, dude?
He did like a year of podcasting, talking about 1 year of his life. It was crazy.
He's like on his life with Ryan Sickler.
Yes, that's
and
what I'm talking
and
about.
I think he's like on episode fucking 50, and it's still like
In the 80s.
Yeah.
He hasn't gone to prison yet.
I couldn't do that. I got CTE.
or RSV.
You know, I was thinking about the greatest moment in podcast history, and it's that series that you're talking about because they were doing it over Zoom, and this fool fucking takes his camera and goes to take a shit while he's podcasting, doesn't wipe, and gets back up and fucking finishes.
That's fucking Joey,
It's the
bro.
greatest shit ever. Yeah, it was brutal.
Oh, no.
What's one of your favorite podcasts?
Mine?
Yeah.
That's tough. I mean, I have a few that I listen to, but the one that kind of like kickstarted a lot of my ideas and kind of the way I am and a lot of like my sense of humor. It's called Jeff FM with Jeff Wittick.
Oh, okay.
That's probably my number one ever since I started listening to podcasts.
Yeah. But we talked off camera a while back, and like you were a fan of like the Vlog Squad and shit, right?
Yeah, and he was a part of that
Yeah.
for a little bit, and then a bunch of fucked off shit happened.
Yeah.
And he's just one of the only guys I really ever followed through.
Yeah, I like him. I like that barbershop series
Yeah,
that he used to do.
yeah.
I thought that was cool shit.
It's coming back.
Yeah, you told me that.
It is
Yeah.
coming back, too.
Roy, what's one of your favorite podcasts?
Right now, the Sean Ryan Show. That is
That's a
fuck,
good one.
dude.
He's kind of replaced Rogan in my zeitgeist as like a host. I really like it. I think it's because he's so fresh. But man, I really enjoy his podcast right now.
Yeah, man, a lot of his episodes go viral.
He's number 2 right now. Or
Yeah.
last time I checked, he was number 2.
like, that's fucking hard. Like, every fucking viral clip of his, it's a
Yeah.
new fucking guest. Like, damn, man.
Yeah, he's got a lot of remote viewers on there. If anybody's interested in that, shit's cool.
I like that one podcast where that kid was hacked into his Wi-Fi off that little piece of shit homemade gadget.
Yeah.
And
It's a crazy show.
It's a crazy
I think
fucking
I
show,
think people.
yeah.
It's like early Rogan vibes. I think people should listen to it. It's pretty cool.
yeah,
That one, that's probably been my main one. Speaking of the GOAT, Joey Diaz brought his old podcast back. So, but that one,
mad flavor.
yeah, he's gotten his old homies from back in the day that validate his stories. He's had 2 of them, and boy, oh boy.
How bad did he wreck fucking Lee's life, bro?
No, I think I think what you're gonna see, and was what I hope to see with like and another dude named Dylan, is you're gonna see Lee be one of the funniest dudes ever in about 10 years.
Oh, for real?
I think you're gonna see. How can he not be? He's been with Joey Diaz.
Yeah, no shit.
The past like decade doing that shit. So
I really thought like one of your favorites would have been a comedy podcast.
well, I have those, but
No, but I'm just saying
yeah.
like that you would have mentioned for real.
I
'cause
mean,
you're such
I've
a
already
fan of
told you.
comedy.
I've already told you like those.
Yeah.
But really, the Sean Ryan show has really taken over my life.
Yeah,
I like that one.
yeah, I really like that. I can't get into every fucking episode, but yeah, for the most part.
If anybody wants any non-comedy, I would say a Modern Wisdom. It's good for young men to listen to. It's got a lot of. He's like a philosopher type dude.
What do you know? Justice is a young man.
This is why.
Yeah, I have to check it
Are
out.
you 100% on that one?
Yeah. I may have to flip a coin,
I
but
got,
I'm pretty...
I got in trouble for making a transgender joke last time I was on here, so I had to throw another one out there.
I mean, you didn't get in trouble. It's just people called you out in public for it, motherfucker. Don't say I got you in trouble.
No, I said I got in trouble.
No, but I'm just saying.
Oh,
like,
I don't blame you for it. I said it.
I think we met at the bar one time, right?
It was your
Like,
birthday.
Yeah, it was my fucking birthday.
Yeah, I got in trouble.
Yeah, we got fucked up, and then you were like, "Hey, man, your people are fucking talking shit to me."
I had it coming. I ain't mad at it.
It's like I warned you, motherfucker.
I thought it was going to come from my podcast, but no, it was from somewhere else. But we could talk about that other trouble I got into as well.
Ish, you
gonna
fuck
say,
you
man.
fuck with podcasts? I haven't really asked you that question, so I
Yeah.
don't know if you really do. What's your favorite?
It's a lot of the same, honestly.
Yeah.
Sean Ryan's
You like
my
that one?
favorite. That's
Yeah.
my favorite right now.
Yeah.
I pretty much watch all his stuff. I watch comedy podcasts, but like, I don't watch them all the time, you know?
Do you watch them or you listen to them
Well, I watch them.
on YouTube?
Well, it depends, bro. If I'm driving, I'm listening, but most of the time I watch them.
I got
You know
you.
what I'm saying? Yeah,
I got you.
I watch them. I can't listen to them because my mind wanders,
See, I'm
so I
the
have to
opposite.
watch
Yeah.
them.
I listen to a lot of them, but do you listen to Kill Tony?
Ooh.
Kill Tony, he does.
I fucking love Kill Tony.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
one of
mod-
my favorites
I
right
modeled
now.
my live show after that.
Yeah?
Hell yeah. This last one, it was all right.
I'm gonna be real, man. I'm one of them like comedian guys that doesn't like to listen to comedy
That's fair.
because I
Understand
don't
that.
want to think that I'm stealing shit from people or ideas.
I've heard that. I've heard
So-
that from other comedians.
This is what I'm telling you. Tell your old stories.
Oh, that's what I do.
Just show your pecker.
Oh,
How can they steal that?
my wife laughs all the time.
Patreon.com.
Right?
One of my favorites is Stavi's World.
I like that motherfucker.
I really love the call-in part because sometimes it's deep, and then he'll just be clowning the fuck out of him. Like, you knew better to
Yeah.
get deep on this fucking podcast, man.
Did you ever listen to Come Town?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a Patreon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't. No, I didn't listen to it, but I've heard, like, that was some raw shit.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
fool Nick Mullen is the GOAT. He's funny. He used to be on that.
Yeah.
Theo Von's podcast is pretty good, too.
Mm-hmm.
He had a Mr. Beast today. That was
Oh,
a
he did?
really good episode. Yeah, I really enjoyed that one.
Did y'all? I thought he was going to get canceled, Mr. Beast.
For what?
Like, for doing some shady shit, right?
Yeah.
With
With him.
Chris?
They were after him for a while.
With the
Well, there was that.
with the
With the pedophile shit.
Yeah, it's Chris.
with
Yeah.
his partner, right?
Covering
But then,
up
but
Chris.
also, like, I heard he was doing a lot of shady shit in that warehouse. Or
Yeah,
some
he
shit.
was stealing, allegedly was stealing money from a lot of the employees. Is
Yeah.
from what I got out of it.
he addressed that during Theo Von's.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, as vaguely as we could, but he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it happens. He said he has like over 400 employees.
Yeah.
You can't micromanage 400 employees.
Shit, hell no.
Well, I'm sure half of them ain't doing shit though.
I don't know about that one. He's
Just
pretty.
collecting
He's
a
pretty.
fucking check.
He's pretty efficient with his business. I think they are. He does it.
You think his secretary's doing shit? Fuck no.
he's a busy man. I don't know. It depends on what you believe.
I bet his assistant has an assistant, and she
Yeah.
ain't doing shit. Yeah, like half of those employees ain't doing
That
shit.
sounds like the government.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now, I'm gonna be honest real quick though. Like, I'm not kissing your ass, but I've already told this guy, I like your podcast. Like, for real. I like it for different reasons though, because it's different. You know,
Yeah.
like yours, you got your homeboys a lot of times, you got your panels, and then
Yeah.
you're willing to get deep. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, man.
And I like that shit. And then you got him. I call him Baby Joe Rogan. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this dude's had mayoral candidates, all kinds of shit on that fucking channel.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, bro. Like, y'all two people in Lubbock doing big things. I think that's cool as
Shout
shit.
out us.
Well, I appreciate
For
that.
real.
I really do. But Roy's way younger than me, but in the podcast game, I look up to this dude. So I agree with you, bro. Because this motherfucker's legit, man. It's not easy work getting to fucking episode 300, man. You know?
100%.
New sir.
Yeah, man. So I really, really think highly of Roy. And
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate that, bro.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming on, and appreciate those words, man. And if you could say something nice to Justice.
I'm just here, dude. I'm just getting started.
You got, hey,
Just getting started. No,
we'll talk to him in 5 years and see where he's at in 5 years.
Yeah.
Sweet.
No, but
Yeah.
I'll
Well,
say.
now I know you got a podcast, so I got to check it out.
Yeah, I'll say it was a privilege. Like, Roy came on, and I never.
That was a good episode.
I never
That was
thought
really
that.
fun.
Yeah, it
I
was a
never
real
thought
good
that
episode.
fucking happened, and when it did, I was like, I'm fucking taking this chance as soon as I fucking got it.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not
Shout out
passing
to
it up.
Ramos, I believe. Put it
Yeah, he
together.
did put it together. It was badass. I had a lot of fun doing that one. It was.
No, yeah, it was really nice linking up with
Roy was like a slut in the John Eric media.
No, I was about to say. I was just, hey, shout out to Donnie Flamingo too. I've done 4 of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I guess. No, but shout out to the.
he got passed around like a
uh,
bastard.
whatever you want to call that studio. Like, once I went on Ramos and his buddy's podcast, it just I got to meet all of y'all, and it was really fun.
Yeah, it was.
And
I'll say you started the streak for us not touching show notes for like 2 months straight.
Yeah, it just depends on what route you want to take.
Well, you just kind of put us on like a burner where we just got on a roll and we just started going after that.
Yeah, my girlfriend asked me, she was like, why don't you take notes? And I told her, I was like, because if I have like questions, I can't think about your response.
Right.
Because I'm thinking about my other question.
Right.
So I can't really thoroughly.
Oh, really?
I can't
Okay.
really thoroughly listen. So I'm like, all right, we'll just see what happens. And don't get me wrong, 300 episodes, some of those I was like, fuck, that sucked because it ran out of steam in 20 minutes.
Shout out Brow Biz Liz.
That wasn't my fault. That was not my fault.
Fucking crickets. I heard crickets in that motherfucker.
Oh, God.
Yeah, man, when you
happens.
had me on for your show, I'm like waiting for show notes and shit, and then you'd give me the time and date, and I'm like, I guess we're gonna fucking freeball this shit. Yeah.
That was
And
fun.
it was fucking legit.
Yeah.
It works for you. It doesn't necessarily work for me because we can go in 5 hours of just bullshit that no one cares about. You know what I mean?
But you owe it to yourself to do that every now and then. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
why I do one with him and 2 other comedians.
And I like that shit, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, those episodes are. I seen the last 2 that y'all put out, and those were fucking hilarious, man. It's just shooting the shit. Just shit that ain't even funny. It's just Ishmael's fucking response, and it's just like, like
It was us roasting the white man.
So, it's, I mean, I guess it's funny because I know you guys, so I've become a fan of your.
That's one
your
little
shit.
like I hate doing what I'm about to do, but that's one fella. His name's Dylan. You both should have on. Like I'm gonna put him out there.
Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah, I don't ever like doing that, but him
I'm
for sure.
down.
You
I'm really down.
got tired of being passed around yourself. You had to,
It's not even that. No, because anytime you want me on, anytime you want me to come on, I'll come do it. I want to do Donnie's some more. I like that shit.
no, yeah. I was just giving you shit,
Ra-
dog.
Ramos,
You hear that, Donnie Flams?
Ramos and his boy fucked me last time I was there, so I'm
Pause.
taking
You gonna go in there with some fucking boxing gloves?
the pause on what I
I'm
said.
ready, putos.
They had me sound like a pedophile. So no, I ain't doing that shit no more. I ain't doing that no more.
Fuck, man, let's fucking start the show, bro. Fucking 33 fucking minutes deep, and
I was about to say, yeah, you started.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's get it on!
It's the JP Lopez Show.
what is up? Thank you for tuning back into It's the JP Lopez Show. So I do the show differently now. So obviously I saved the first part for YouTube, but now it's all fucking YouTube. So sorry I started the show late, guys, but it is what it is. Hey, Roy, man, I want to ask you something. What's a piece of advice that you'd give your sixth grade self?
My sixth grade self,
Yeah.
I would tell him to learn how to breathe correctly. Like breathe, don't be a mouth breather. I fucking had so much anxiety as a fucking child, and I didn't know what it was for the longest time. And then like learning how to breathe correctly, like doing yoga and stretching, you'd be golden, young man. Also, don't be afraid to like try shit. Like I'm pretty happy at where I'm at, and I know where I want to go, but I do wish I had tried different shit. And like I went to college, I didn't do shit in college. I low key regret that. Like I wish I'd just fuck it. I'll try this. I'll try that.
You're not in debt though for it, are you?
Anyways,
Oh shit! My bad.
no, I am, but not that much.
Oh, okay.
Not that much. Thank God. Yeah.
Do you like yoga and shit that cured your anxiety, or?
It just helped it didn't cure my anxiety, but it fucking helped me manage the hell out of it. I tell you, learning how to
Yeah.
breathe properly. Like I still get freaked out and pretty much daily. Like no homo, but if you like, you just learn how to manage it and like take real deep breaths and like holistic breathing and shit like that, bro. It'll help you out a lot, especially if you have panic attacks. I'm telling you.
I agree. I've dealt with the same shit. The breathing exercises, they fucking work.
It's been so helpful, and I just learned that this year actually. So
Yeah.
I heard the needle theory. Like when you're having a panic attack, like to poke yourself with a needle because the pain takes your mind off of the panic.
see what for me it's like I'll like, oh, it's my jeans, that's cotton, and I know how cotton feels. Or I'm like, oh, that's leather. That's what I'll feel around. Make sure I know what I'm feeling.
I got hit with a panic attack at 4 a.m. when I was working an overnight shift about 10 years ago. I legit thought I was having a heart attack. It made me think I
fuck
was
you up.
about to fucking die.
It's fucking crippling.
And it came from nowhere. I never experienced that shit before. It fucked me, dude.
Yep.
I called my boss at like 4:30 to come in, and he like obviously woke him up, and he was like, "Okay." I was like, "I don't feel good. Something's wrong with me." And he came in, and I just left. And from that point, I started having anxiety, and I don't know why. Like it came from nowhere.
I just bottlenecked and exploded out of you.
Maybe
Yeah.
I legit was like, I didn't know.
No, you
I
fucking
did
can
not
really feel
know
your
what
heart,
was
like-
wrong, like what was happening. I really thought I was having a heart attack, and I really thought I was about to die.
The last time that happened to me, same. Like I went and laid on my couch. And I'm probably dramatic, but I told my sister, I think I'm about to fucking die, and I love you. And I could feel my heart like poo poo, like I could feel it coming out of me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I shouldn't have got that goddamn vaccine, motherfucker. I'm fucked. That's literally what I thought. But no,
Put up
no,
bitch
like-
in Moderna.
yeah, the other one too, but I ain't gonna say it. Yeah, learning how to breathe properly, it just helps you out, no matter what you do. I think so.
You play sports?
I did, yeah.
No, but like now, like
No, I wish I did.
No.
Jiu-jitsu, that's about it.
okay, so you do jujitsu?
Yeah.
Did that breathing technique
fuck
help
yeah.
you?
Oh, fuck yeah. It'll help you at least not get lightheaded and shit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, you're like, oh, shit, I'm about to pass out.
To be calm?
And then I've been going to the gym with my girlfriend, so that also, like, when I'm lifting.
At Orange Theory?
That hot works.
At Hot Works.
Whatever that is.
Ish, what's a piece of advice you give your 6th grade self, bro?
I thought about this question deep on the cool.
Yeah.
I thought about it deep. I was like, am I going to be funny or am I going to be real? But I'm going to be real. I think 6th grade, the thing I wanted to say is, first off, I would go back and I'd give that little motherfucker a hug. I'd give him a hug and I would tell him what he always wanted to hear, that I love you. He never got that, ever. You know what I'm saying? Then I would tell him thank you. I'd be like, thank you, man, because what you've gone through right now and what you're going to go through, if you hadn't been strong, I wouldn't be here. You know? So
Yeah.
I'd give him a lot of love, man. But then the ultimate advice would be, man, even though everybody around you promotes the streets and does street shit, don't go that route. If you're going to be offered it, don't go it. Because even though there's money and there's power and all that shit, later on you're going to regret all the people you hurt,
The glitz and glamour.
all the people that
Yeah.
you fucked up their lives. You know what I'm saying? At some point you're going to start feeling emotions and you're going to feel sorry for all the shit you did.
So, a drug dealer that's making it. Let's not just like say like they're narco or whatever. Like
Yeah.
somebody making it, right? You think they have karma coming to them?
Oh, yeah.
Eventually.
Oh, I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it. No, I've never, like they say, bro, you never see somebody retire from that life. You know what I'm saying? They're
Yeah.
either dead or in prison. I got homeboys that are dead. I got a homeboy, well, I can't talk about it. I'm not supposed to talk about that time of my life, man.
Yeah.
But there's some people that aren't here because I led them to that life.
Oh wow.
And I deal with that a lot. I have survivor's guilt because I got out of it. They didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't talk about it.
I don't want to do that to you, but I've heard that survivor's guilt is a motherfucker, bro.
It's a bitch.
Yeah. I really have heard some terrible their ways of thinking that about survivor's guilt.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Yeah. You just, I don't know, dog. You, like they say, hurt people. And that was the story of that little motherfucker, man. He went on to hurt people because he was hurt. And you think power equals, you know, like respect and shit. And, you know, it's not. It's not. Like, you just perpetuating that shit, you know, like. And then luckily my daughter came around and I developed a heart and she saved my life, bro. That, and then seeing people get, like you said, their karma. It stood me away from that right around 15, 16.
Well, shout out to you, bro, for real, man. Because, I mean, I've heard your story previously, and you're diamond in the rough because you fucking came from some harsh conditions, man. And in my opinion, you made it because you're fucking breathing.
Oh, yeah.
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 And yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to dip into that shit, but that was deep, and thank you, man, for real.
No problem. I wanted to take it serious.
So, Justice topped that.
Thanks for asking me first.
I don't know. I feel like for me, this question is a little bit more like complex for me because I'm still pretty young. Like 6th grade wasn't too far away.
Yeah.
Like in retrospect, when you look
for
at
sure.
numbers,
Yeah.
like it really wasn't that long ago. And man, there's just this past few weeks, if you listen to my show, I think you can see there's a lot of self-learning that I've done recently, especially this past half year. And I think one of the things I definitely tell myself is to focus on your craft, just because I've grown into really understanding who I am as a person and the things that like I deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say like focus on your craft, is like sports is what I was good at, because it took me away from the real world, because my headspace in the real world wasn't anywhere near okay, just to the point where all I needed to focus on was sports, nutrition, working out, because I was always little. And then once like I got older, like 20, and I started actually looking into nutrition and working out, I put on 35 pounds of muscle. And like I look completely different than I used to. I used to be so scrawny and like tiny. And not that I'm not still fucking tiny, but
Yeah.
I learned a lot. And
You were a lot smaller.
right. And yeah, just to do that, to keep me away, the prime thing is to keep me away from relationships and girls. Because I wouldn't trade, you know, my kids and my family for anything, but I've never wanted kids. I never wanted to get married or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the life I'm living now, and I'm happy with that, with where I'm at. And I don't regret it, and I wouldn't take it back. But if there was something for me to ultimately be the best version of myself, then it'd be to stay away from all that and just focus on yourself, because that's one thing I never prioritized was myself.
Thank you.
Dude, that's deep, bro.
Yeah.
You have kids?
Yeah, I have 2.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I have a 7-year-old and a 2-year-old.
Oh nice.
Yeah.
Even in 6th grade, right? You don't think you prioritize yourself? Like, that's crazy, bro.
No, because, I mean, a lot of it, I kind of hate, like, bringing this up because I feel like I talked about it a lot previously, but I had a lot of trauma in my life where I wasn't, not that I wasn't loved, but I didn't feel it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
my whole life I was looking for
Well, your parents were
reassurance.
kids with kids.
Right. And so I was
Yeah.
looking for that approval, that gratification, that, you know, hey, like he said, like, I love you. I care about you. I'm proud of you. You're doing good. I always search for that. And so I tried to just please everyone around me, which if you look at me now versus who I used to be, like I'm still pretty goofy, but I was like class clown people pleaser, which is not what I am now. Now I'm just, I don't give a fuck, and I'm funny, and if it hurts your feelings, fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah. That's badass, bro.
So
For real, because I was a class clown.
Yeah.
And my dad would whoop my ass every day for it, and I took pride. I knew I was gonna show my ass and get a laugh and get my ass whooped, but I was still gonna fucking do it because the juice was worth the squeeze. Man.
Amen, brother.
yeah.
I would tell myself for sure, your dad's an asshole. Like, I would tell myself, keep working hard for the I'm proud of you, but it's okay if you don't get it.
Yeah.
I would tell myself that your pop still loves you, but you're never gonna get the I'm proud of you. That's what I would tell myself. Cause I modeled, and I know I come on here and I say some crazy shit that we've done and some crazy stories that I've done as a kid. And yeah, we did bad shit, but it wasn't like criminal shit, you know? Like it wasn't like going to jail type shit. We were just out late partying, you know? And I say all that because it was nothing that my dad would frown upon and be like, oh, you fuck up or you're fucking up type shit. And I worked my whole fucking young life for I'm proud of you, and I never got it. And I think I've said it before, like my most favorite memory was when I walked behind my dad's back when he was talking good about me, and he said I was proud. He's like, I'm proud of him. But I never got that. I'm proud of you, son. And I worked my ass off for that motherfucker and never got it. So, yeah, he said it behind my back, and that's cool. But I would tell myself as a kid, hey, man, it's cool if you don't get it. Like,
I fucking get that, like,
Yeah.
completely. Like you know a lot of the shit that I had to grow up
Yeah.
with, and we've talked about it
Yeah.
off air, but it's fucking deep shit. It's shit that you, as men, I think you don't realize how much of an impact it has on a young man.
Yeah. I take that, and I rarely tell my son I'm proud of him, you know? But I know that when the opportunity presents itself, I'll tell him.
Yeah.
And I text him, love you. And he gets, because I'm a giver, so he gets, you know, me giving him shit as a show of, you know, that I give a fuck about him.
Right.
But with my pops, man, like, it was straight up supervisor-employee relationship.
Yeah.
Like, he was my boss, and I was just an employee, you know? And I worked hard for that. I'm proud of you. I never got it, but you know what? It made me who the fuck I am now.
Yeah.
And I got to piggy bank on your shit. I would tell myself, hey, man, keep making motherfuckers laugh.
Yeah.
Because, dude, that's what the fuck I did, man.
Right.
Like, field trips were never fun at home because I came back with a fucking letter like, your boy showed his ass today. And my dad was like, God dang it, boy. But yeah, man, that's my shit.
Are you proud of you?
Yes. It took me a long fucking time. It probably was like maybe 2 years ago to understand and realize that I'm proud of myself.
Yeah.
I know I got a perspective a little different, man, as far as that generational trauma shit that they talk about.
Yeah.
That's a real shit, you know, like I learned about it in counseling. But it sucks, man, because like with my baby girl, unfortunately, I continued that shit, you know, like I didn't have a dad, so I was raised by a mother, and my mother wasn't the greatest, not to talk down on her because we got a good relationship, but like there was a lot of violence and shit, you know. And so when my daughter was, when I was 16 when she was born, and then I ended up getting custody of her when I was 17.
Damn.
So I ended up becoming a single father, raising a little girl by myself. And like, you know, I was a young parent, and it sucked because I was going from being an extremely violent individual to having to learn to be nurturing and maternal and patient. And I fucked up, bro. I fucked up, obviously, as a young dude raising a kid, you know, and unfortunately my daughter has a lot of trauma and shit. And what I would fuck up a lot on was I would always tell her I love you, but I would never prove it. You know how they say, you can say one thing, but your actions say another.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of that I felt bad about. And then I think really just being a parent so young, I never fully appreciated being a parent until it was too late. It was already, I was like almost 30 and she was already at a teenage where they don't care, you know, to be around you really. Like they want to do their own thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it fucking sucks, bro. Like now, I think that's why it's hitting me so hard, the empty nest thing, because, you know, she's 21 and it's like, now I want to be that parent. I want to give her that love and that attention. I'm at a place where I can, and she's out the house, bro. You know, like,
Yeah.
our relationship's good, but it's just like you can't go back in time and fix all the fuck ups.
No, you can't, but you can also just keep trying
Yeah.
because at least you'll know my dad always tried, you know, and it just, well, it was too late and then you fucking stop bullshitting. But I always tell people this too, man, and maybe you can attest to this, but your kids are rented. Like, you have them for a short period of time of their life, and then they fucking belong to the world. Like, they go out to the world, and Yeah.
It sucks.
I think another one of the sayings that kind of fits that perfectly with a lot of like my parents being young, I was pretty young, and like with your circumstance, like it kind of all comes together. And I may be saying this backwards, I don't know, but it's kind of one of those things where like the kids don't need you because they're gonna grow up and be fine eventually. But you had your kid when you needed them most, which, like you said, it saved you from a path that you know you didn't necessarily need to go down. Not trying to bring it back up or anything, but I hear that a lot, and it kind of implements into my life a lot, and so I definitely think with what you said kind of sounds about the same.
Yeah, I call her my hero all the time.
Yeah.
I tell her that you're my hero. She's the only reason I changed. The only reason I started feeling feelings was the first time I felt loved. You know what I'm saying?
that's beautiful.
And then, like, shit, man, rather than giving her the love she deserved, you know, I was still dealing with the shit that I dealt with. No excuses, you know? It was fucked up, bro.
Hey, man, I wanna take this time and tell you that a lot of people come in and out of my life, and it's just a blow by. Like, you came in like, I'm not sure, based on just Roy's fucking recommendation, like, hey, you should have this cat on, and from the moment we like just started texting each other through Facebook message, I fucking was drawn to you, dude. And like, I never let go of our friendship. There's just something about you, bro, for real. I don't know if people tell you this or not, but I'm sure Roy does because he knows you. But you've got a certain thing about you, bro, that I hope everyone else sees, and I hope that like you can project to the world to fucking see and get your flowers for real, bro. Because, bro, you're a good person, and not trying to suck your dick right now or anything, but I just feel like you should know how I feel about you, man. And I think you're great people, but I knew it from the get-go, man. For sure.
How come you don't say nothing like
Y'all
that?
are so gay. It's too deep for me to say y'all are gay, but y'all are gay. I've been, yeah, fuck yeah. He fucking inserted himself in my life, but now we're fucking close, and I talk to him every day. And
Yeah.
I'm trying to get this motherfucker to get out of that shit where he's like, his attitude towards his comment, I'm like, no, just fucking do it, man.
Well,
I tried to.
I've got great fucking friends that I don't talk to as much as I text this dude. For real. Like,
Yeah, I talk to him every
yeah.
day. If not, he'll hit me up.
So
He's like my dad.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about daddy issues.
He's my son.
My dad don't talk to me.
you came from my balls.
Now, I think you're on the fucking perfect track though, as far as your comedy goes. Because like hearing you talk about like deeper shit, like every good comedian that you like listen to their stories, like they implement the deep shit and make it funny. Which from the bit that you did that I did see, like that's exactly what you did, and it was fucking funny as shit. So I think, I think you have everything in the book that it takes. Just gotta fucking do it. And I think, like he said, it's an attitude thing. Like if you don't put the positive thoughts into it, it ain't gonna happen, dude.
Yeah.
So if you really want it, you gotta strive for it. For one, but two, you gotta believe in yourself. Because if you don't, why would anyone else?
Yeah, positive affirmations, man. For
Yeah,
real,
his
for
is
sure.
his is the top 5 funniest people in Lubbock.
I appreciate that, man.
Top 3. How about that?
Am I pretty, though?
You're the worst looking in Lubbock.
But how big are your nipples?
No, you don't need to look good. The uglier, the funnier.
I appreciate it, man.
Thank God you ain't an ugly motherfucker.
God damn it.
Oh, dude. So, Justice, I'll ask you this, bro. How do you become the best version of yourself?
Oh man, I think one of the biggest things is kind of practice what you preach. You know, like I go on this podcast every week and talk about mental health and how to make yourself okay. And man, I've been doing good like the past few months, but I ain't gonna lie, the depression kind of got a hold of me again, where I'm kind of feeling down and out. And
But that goes back to the seasonal depression.
yeah, a lot of it is the seasonal that we talked about, but man, it's just kind of dealing with life. Like once, not even problems, but I guess complications in certain areas of my life come up. I kind of just shut down, and it's kind of like I don't know how to really explain it, but it's almost like the emotions turn off. Where I don't give a fuck. Like I'd rather just not care than be hurt, because
Wow, for
I've
real?
been hurt
Wow.
way too much.
Yeah.
So I kind of just turn it off, because if I turn it off, it's not gonna fucking bother me.
You've been hurt way too much, but you're still not numb to the hurt.
No, because when I feel things, I feel them like heightened than the average person. Like I don't just feel like, it's not just like, oh, I'm kind of sad. Like if I get sad, dark thoughts come. The same way when I'm happy and like I'm laughing, like it's fucking peak. Like it's euphoric. That's why I can't do drugs, because it'd fuck me up.
Do you just be addicted to it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I like coming in here, like y'all make me laugh. Like that's euphoric for me. Like it gives me a high.
Yeah.
Because I know that if I did drugs like that, I would never be the same.
That's crazy. That's
You ever heard of cocaine?
Hey, have you ever tried it?
That's cool. That's kind of the feeling I get from the comedy.
Right.
Is I like, all right, you know, I'm open about my shit. I got manic depressive disorder and PTSD, all that shit. You don't come out that situation not fucked up.
Right.
But like what I've learned with the comedy is it's kind of therapeutic for me. You know what I'm saying? Like if
Yeah.
I can make you laugh Even though I'm not happy, I'm happy that I made you happy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get that a lot.
For sure.
Damn, bro.
Sounds like a real comedian.
Like for real.
Yeah.
For real.
But I mean, that's why they say like it's a very common thing that. I mean, look at Theo Vaughn. He's one of the most fucked up people in the head, but he's one of the funniest motherfuckers I've ever heard. And like most comedians are pretty fucked up, and they're not okay. And that's how they cope with this. It makes them feel good making other people laugh. That's why I was class clown all the time. Made me feel better.
Then it's kind of like I'm not a real religious man, but I look at it like, what's that thing called? Your tithe or whatever the hell. Is that what it's called?
What?
You're paying back for
your
all the fucked
tidings?
up shit
Oh, your
you
tithing.
did. So all the fucked up shit I did in my life, now I'll make people laugh to make up for that.
Yeah.
You think that's your karma?
That's kind of how I look at it.
Yeah. I think we've discussed this, but
Right.
I think I would love to have you on the episode, but I think we can do a whole episode on karma.
Hell yeah.
Like legit. Like it can skip a generation. It can go deep if you really think about if you believe in karma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I feel you.
So I don't know, man. Roy, I'll let you go before I get into my shit. Like, how do you be the best version of yourself?
Shit, I'd surround myself by people who are just fucking on it. If they're on it, which I've done. So if they're exceeding and doing well, then I'm like, okay, you just feed off that shit. So I'm just like, okay, well, at this point I have no excuse. You know, I gotta do it. And I'm so established now. I'm like, well, I gotta do it. That's pretty much it. Like, everybody around me is just succeeding so much, and I could look at it like, what the fuck? Why are they doing better than me? Or I can be like, well, what am I doing that's not helping me elevate?
Yeah.
So I've surrounded myself with, and I fucking hate that saying it, but like winners. I've surrounded myself with winners, and you become one eventually. Like if you just stick with it and you have that attitude, that's how I become the best version of myself. Shout out to my girlfriend too. She really just fucking helps. Not to be gay about it, but she makes me. She puts.
How's that gay fuck?
Yeah. All this feeling shit's gay, but no, just And then my mother was also 15 when she had me, so I'm like, well, I don't feel like I owe anybody anything but that woman, like the best version of myself every fucking day.
Yeah.
Because, I heard it today actually, like, a woman will sacrifice 18 years of her life for you.
Mm-hmm.
You just give it up, and she gives it to you her best every day. And then you add that she was 15. I'm like, okay, well, I have to fucking try every goddamn day. And then I think I have a lot of people depending on me now, which is a huge blessing. And I'm like, okay, well, now I gotta fucking do my best every fucking day. I'm not perfect, but as long as I'm not fucking up hardcore, I think I'll be all right.
Bro, it was so hard for me to grasp if your mom is worth it. I get people have shitty moms.
Yep.
I get that. But if your mom is worth the shit and cares about you and you treat your mom like shit, like as friends growing up, I've seen that with my friends treating their mom like shit. And then as an adult, like still, I never understood that, bro. Like that lady's going to love you more than your wife will. And that's truth. You know what I mean? So I get it. If your mom was never there, I get that. But if your mom gave a shit and you don't love your mom, like she's the queen that she is, it never fucking registered to me as I didn't understand it. I really couldn't.
That's pretty weird.
And I've seen that several times. I've just seen like, get the fuck out of my room, mom. I'm like, we're fucking 16, bro. Like, she needs to be in here to make sure we ain't doing shit we ain't supposed to, man. Like, yeah, dude. It was crazy to see people disrespect the fuck out of their moms when I would never, ever, ever in my fucking worst day, knowing damn well she wouldn't even backstab me, but if she ever did, I would never badmouth my mom. Never.
Yeah, I don't think I could either.
Yeah, it's tough. I know I wasn't the best to my mom a lot of times, but I didn't think I was any way disrespectful. I may have had like a moment or two just being a young teenager.
Yeah, I mean,
But
that,
like even
that goes without being said.
even
yeah.
now, I saw this I think on Facebook one time that said like once you get married or like you have your own family, like that becomes your immediate family. And like I'm kind of in that process, and like I'm saying this because I know she doesn't listen to any of my shit.
Yeah.
But like I'd much rather hang out with my mom. Like my mom's my world. Like how does anyone in today's generation ever expect you to replace that? Like it's impossible. There's no fucking way.
No.
My mom's my fucking world.
I always tell my son that. I'm like, hey, man. And not to say that he fucking treats his mom like shit, but like whenever I get the opportunity to tell him, hey, man, that lady's going to love you more than your fucking girlfriend is. Like, hey, dude, you need to chill the fuck out. She's not being mean. She's just watching out for you. And then he chills the fuck out.
It's a good.
You know how you tell me I don't reply to you?
Yeah.
The only person I'll reply to is my mom. That's it.
Oh yeah.
I never will leave my mom on ignore any time in my life, but anyone else, including my girlfriend, sorry, I might ignore.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I might ignore. I won't ever question it with my mom. Anything. You know?
Well, I mean, I talk shit, but I mean, people are different, you know. So I get it, but if I really needed a response from you,
No, I'm just saying
I would
that.
get it out
That's
of you,
just an
motherfucker.
example.
Because I've done it several times. Like, hey, bitch, I'm no motherfucker to ignore, and then you're like, what's up?
No homo, you've dadded me before.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
That's what he fucking said. He's like, don't fucking ignore me. I was like, okay. Well, all right. What do you want?
Nah, I think with me and my mom, it's a little different. Like, you know, I didn't grow up with a dad. She ended up being a single mother with 4 kids, 3 different dads. None of the motherfuckers stuck around, so she was a single mom. And then, you know, we went through the homelessness and all the fucking crazy shit.
Yeah.
And she was pretty violent, bro. You know, we were the ones that she took her anger and pain out on. And me and her had a falling out when I was like 13, bro. And then I was for the streets, like
Yeah.
they say, you know.
Yeah.
But when I got older and through the counseling, man, I was able to kind of visualize her situation, you know what I'm saying? And see what she was going through. And even though she never told me she was sorry for the shit she did to us, I was like, learn to respect her and appreciate her because, like, at least she stuck around, you know? Even
Yeah,
though we were
yeah.
homeless, at least she got us, you know, something to eat or whatever and raised us, where otherwise I would have just been by myself, you know? And now that I'm an adult, you know, we have like a fucking amazing relationship, man. But
Oh,
I
that's
think
beautiful.
the biggest thing is we never address the past. Like, you know, leave it in the fucking
Don't ask,
past.
don't tell.
Yeah, leave it in
Yeah.
the past.
That works for y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely understand that because even for like a marriage, you know, the shady shit that you did in the past, don't ask, don't tell. I get if it works for y'all, I'm all for it. I don't think that everything has to be talked about. Like everything has to be rehashed, and then you rehash feelings that you didn't even fucking remember that you had, and then yeah, fuck that.
Yeah,
for real.
leave it in the past.
For sure. But I'll ask you, bro, how do you become the best version of you?
Shit, I'm still figuring that shit out.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, like Roy says, I do have that problem. I'll admit it. I talk down on myself a lot. You know, I don't know, I've accomplished a lot in my life, but I don't feel like I have, you know? Like, a lot of people know I can't read, I can't write, bro. Like, I have dyslexia. I've been tested. I read and write at like a 3rd, 4th grade level. Yet I've been able to raise a whole child by myself, you know what I'm saying? I've worked in jobs that I shouldn't have fucking got, but I got in and I was able to adapt and learn, you know? But I don't give myself the credit. I really don't. And I think, I don't know, I work on that, you know? I work on trying to appreciate myself and not talk down so much.
I hope that you become a fan of yourself, bro.
Yeah.
Like legit. I think that you need to legit be a fan of yourself. Because you speak highly of all these other people. You need to be a fan of yourself, man. For real. And maybe you don't do that shit when I'm around or when I'm talking to you. So I don't see what Roy sees. But if I did, I would be like Roy and call you out on that bullshit. Because I don't like when you badmouth yourself, because I believe in just like positive affirmation. I believe in like what you believe, it comes into like fruition, like in your reality. If I believe I'm a piece of shit, then I'm gonna be a piece of shit.
Yeah.
If I believe I'm a bad motherfucker, I'm gonna be a bad motherfucker, man. So I really hope you become a fan of yourself, for sure, bro. For real.
That's what
We'll
I'm
get him
working
there.
on.
Yeah,
We'll get him there.
yeah. So now that I know that about you, dude, I'm gonna kick your ass every day.
Do it. I do it every day too.
I
You gotta
appreciate
do it.
But legit, dude, I fucking always was that motherfucker that was like, I got the bad luck. Oh, I'm not gonna go do this because this always happens, and like, fuck that fucking thing because every time I go, like, it's this. I was focusing on the negative, that my life was negative. And I'm not sure what the transition was. I know once my dad passed, I was an atheist when my dad passed. I was like, fuck God. And his dying wish had to have been to make me believe in God. It had to have been, because when he died, it was even more reason to say, fuck God. But dude, it brought me closer in my faith and into a higher power. And from that point, I don't know, other than it being my dad's dying wish is what I can fucking boil it down to. But I turned my attitude around. It was no longer, oh, I always have bad luck. Oh, I'm always like, I've always thought the best, and I've always like, and I'll piggyback on you. I've always kept my circle of boys that I will go to battle for so close, like family close. And just that whole fucking, just the transition of thinking positive shit. Hey, this is gonna be, just positive shit, positive thinking has turned my whole life around, bro. It really has.
Yeah.
And bro, it's done wonders for my mentality and for my career and for my photography. But dude, bro, who would have fucking thought we'd be in my own fucking studio right now?
Yeah.
For real. And it fucking happened because positive thinking. And it happened because of my circle, the people I kept around me. Had it not been for my circle, who knows what the fuck I'd be. But legit, man. If you're around 5 fucking millionaires, you're gonna be the 6th millionaire. You know what I mean? So
Shout out to bros.
I've always fucking thought, not always thought that, but I've recently, probably like the last 4 or 5 years, is turned my mentality into thinking that. And I stay prayed up. I speak to the Holy Spirit every day like he's my homeboy.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's right. I really don't. But every fucking day I'm talking to the Holy Spirit like if he's right next to me. That's how I pray.
Yeah.
And I don't have to go to bed like, I need to say my prayers. I've been praying all fucking day. All day.
That's crazy.
Like I've been talking to my homeboy, the Holy Spirit, all day.
Christ is king.
Yeah.
That's
So
deep.
that's how I do it, man, for real.
It's crazy because
Like, hey man, I'm really in a stressful situation at work. Hey man, watch over me. Watch my back. You got me? And I told Ramos this a while back. I'll never forget like telling him that, but you know how I know I pray a lot is I curse in my prayers. And I'm like, I don't know if that's bad or not, but that's my my way of speaking, talking. That's my way of bringing my homeboys in. I cuss. I'm a badmouth mofo. So when I'm praying, I do cuss. But like I said, I don't know if that's bad or not. But we'll find out, I guess. We'll find out way later in life.
Yeah.
Yep.
But on that note, man, we'll fucking take a break and we'll come right back.
Thank God.
This episode is brought to you by Patriot Painting Construction. They specialize in residential and commercial painting and drywall. If you're looking for any job to be done for exterior, interior painting, let them know that it's the JP Lopez Show sent you. They can be reached at 806-544-7199. Once again, that number is 806-544-7199. And be sure to tell them that it's the JP Lopez Show.
And we're back.
Whoa.
I'm awake now.
Oh, dude. So, fuck your mother. Hey, everybody's all pissed out.
Yeah.
I got a huge bathroom back there, man.
Yeah. It's good shit.
It's fucking huge, man.
Fucking golden urinals.
Fucking Trump Towers back there. Ish, man, I want to ask you this.
What's up?
Are you excited for your future?
Yeah. My wife is currently a senior at Texas Tech, so she'll be graduating, and we've already discussed it that once she gets a good job, if she's making at least 100, if she's at least making 150,000, I'm gonna be a stay-at-home husband.
Oh, shit.
Hell yeah.
Take it easy. I would love nothing more than be a stay-at-home husband. Like, everyone takes, like, I guess people frown on that. Fuck that. I'd be fucking making breakfast. I'd be making lunch every fucking day, bro. Yeah.
I told her I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna keep it tight for her.
Yeah. Even if she was cheating on me, I don't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, do your thing, girl.
As long as I got the PS5.
I ain't gotta work.
yeah.
I ain't gotta work tomorrow. Fuck it. Go fuck him, girl.
I'm giving her that sometime dick anyway.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, shout out to the wife, bro. For real. I hope everything y'all are planning comes into fruition, and I hope everything y'all are planning fucking turns to real life.
Hell yeah,
For sure,
appreciate
bro.
it.
For real, man. Roy, you excited for your future?
Hell yeah. I'm excited for all of our futures.
Yeah.
I think we're all laying a good groundwork. I mean, you know, this is going to sound shitty. I'm excited to see who's full of shit and who's not. You know what I mean? Like, I'm excited, like, who's going to stick with it and who's not. I'm excited to be like, I think we should do this again next year at this time, see what the fuck is going on.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, just see, like, but yeah, I think we've
Hold on, let me timestamp this.
you know, nothing's guaranteed and nothing's like set in stone, but I think we've all, in terms of Snake Pit Studios, been putting in a lot of work for a good 2025. If the money comes, it does. I don't know. We'll see in a few years, but we have a lot of great things planned. It's crazy when you can plan out a whole year,
Yeah.
because we've planned out a whole year. So it's pretty crazy, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see where these fools go. I'm pretty invested in the comedy scene. If you didn't know that, but where these fools go, and I can say for sure that we're gonna have a last man standing comedy show, and I'm excited about that in the future and see who's the funniest in Lubbock.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
It's going to be hosted by you? Or?
Me and Chrissy Covington.
Legit?
She's
Is
in,
it solidified, like a date and time?
Not a date, but me and her. I asked her, and she said yes, and we'll get the details, and I'll probably come back on your show if you allow
Fuck
me.
yeah.
And we'll talk
Dude,
about it.
you are always invited on the
Oh,
show.
well, then I will come back
For
on the
sure.
show in
Yeah.
the future, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, I don't want to ever fucking close any doors to you, bro. Like
That's
I
what
said, I fucking think so highly of you, bro.
Oh,
like,
oh,
if you ever wanted
thank
to
you.
fucking come on, you let me
Yeah.
know you want to fucking
Yeah.
jump on.
That's
Like,
what,
we promoted your live fucking podcast.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I mean?
So
Like,
yeah, I have a lot of future events that I'll probably come on here and talk about.
Yeah.
And not to toot your horn, but I'll only probably come on yours and do it.
for sure. Fuck yeah.
That's it, because everybody else could kiss my ass. 'Cause
Suck a dick.
they're all either full of shit or trying to sue me. Well, you know. Oh, I don't know about that one, but yeah.
Well, I won't see you, but I'll ask you to buy my lunch. Remember you fucked up? Buy my lunch, bro.
Yeah, man. I think like, again, like nothing's set in stone, but I think it's that's what you know what excites me is like being a part of things that are like just being in the weeds of things, especially with my team, like watching them really putting the effort and see how much work goes into something. That excites me. So I've seen a lot of things behind the scenes that people don't see, and I'm like, I don't think anybody deserves anything, but they've earned what's coming for them in 2025, 2026, 2027. So I'm excited to see what happens in the future.
That's
You know?
awesome, bro.
Yeah.
I want to speak blessings, and I want to speak opportunities, and I want to speak the Most High
Yeah, and
up,
you know what else?
upon your Snake Pit studio.
You know what
bro.
else excites me is like guys like us, me and you and podcasting and shit, just to see like what happens in Lubbock, because I think this is fertile ground. I think this is for the take, not really for the taking, but it's open. Like, you want to make shit happen, come to Lubbock. Like,
Yeah.
there is all kinds of opportunities here. I'm not even just talking out my ass. I really believe that. Like,
But
comedy.
that's what I frown upon. I frown upon the people that hate Lubbock. And
Yeah,
they're like,
I hate it.
They're
I hate it
like,
too.
oh, there's nothing to do here. Oh, Lubbock's fucking never
Well.
supports Lubbock. I'm like, I'm Lubbock. I support Lubbock to the fullest. Like,
I think again,
and there's a lot of motherfuckers like me.
I think that like it's funny to hear old heads say that, like, oh, well, you had your chance. You know, you didn't really do nothing with it. But I think that attitude has come to fruition this year and forever. Like, we're all starting to support each other for real.
Yeah.
Like, don't sue us, but there's a lot of things coming together.
I believe
and,
that. I
and there's
believe
a lot of guys like you, like me, like, because I support Lubbock too, 100%. And I think that's going to start really, really showing in the next, year or 2, 3, 4 years. And it's really exciting. And again, like what you said, like for somebody to say Lubbock's boring, I'm like, well, you're full of shit. I've never been bored here in the last,
not one bit.
5 years that I've been doing this shit.
Yeah.
There's always something going on. First Friday, podcasts and comedy, music. There's always something going on here. And
Raider Rash.
Shout out to the guy on Kill Tony.
Hell yeah, I heard it today. I heard it today.
Shout out to the guy on Kill Tony said that. And there's a lot of opportunity here, and I think it's finally starting to come together. Again, if you're an old head with that attitude, you fucking kiss my ass because you didn't do nothing. It's starting to happen, and I'm like, oh shit, it's starting to like show now, and I got giddy when you said that. I'm really excited to see what the fuck's about to happen.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's going to happen here. I really do. We're like I might eat my words, but I'm gonna say it. I think we're the next.
You're not
Austin.
gonna eat your words.
I think we're the next Austin. I think we're the next Nashville. That is what we're about to be.
Yeah, you're not gonna eat your words.
And it is gonna be so fun. And if you're a newcomer, come on, let's see what you got. If you've starting to work on it, shit, let's go, man. I'm fucking excited.
Well, I'll let y'all know now. We are in the works of bringing. It's just talks right now, but we are surely asking and bringing our money together. But we're trying to bring a comedy club to Lubbock.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's what we're missing.
Hell yeah.
That is what we're missing.
Yeah,
That is what we're missing.
and believe me, I see that happening, and I see us providing that avenue. And believe me, you're gonna be the ambassador to that motherfucker, bro.
Oh, that's what's
Yeah.
up, man. I'll be the mascot.
Yeah. So we are in the works. I don't even know if they want to be mentioned, but fuck it, I'm gonna do it, man. Shout out San Juan, shout out Paul, shout out Adrian. We are in the works of fucking getting our shit together and getting Lubbock a fucking comedy club.
It needs one. It definitely needs one.
That's what's up.
Enough with that politic bullshit. If you're funny, come on.
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
If you're funny, bring it.
And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But we're fucking trying.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's all that matters.
If it does happen, I think there should be more, like more than one.
Yeah.
Fuck it. If you had that idea and you're like, oh no, fucking make it more than just one.
Yeah.
I think the more the better.
Yep.
And this like famine mentality that I've seen in Lubbock, that shit's over. Like if one guy eats, we all it's all better for all of us.
Fuck yeah.
And I hope somebody blows up in 2025, whoever it is. I hope they do, because then we're all gonna fucking eat off that shit, man.
I'm one of the few that knows and believes that there's enough fucking food for all of us to eat.
Yep.
I'm not the gatekeeper. I'm not. If I can fucking show you the game, I'm gonna show you the fucking
Oh,
game,
man.
like legit. But what I love about all three of you is you came to my avenue, and I fucking showed you what I know. You've showed me what you know, and bro, like we are not gatekeepers at all. And that's what I love about this fucking panel right now.
Yeah,
for real.
It benefits nobody,
No.
and it just helps so much when everybody succeeds. And again, I think that's gonna only snowball.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really excited for the future.
What's that saying? Success breeds success.
I'm not a hoarder of information. if I know it and you want to know it, I'll fucking teach it to you. And I don't get that. I never understood that. I never. But I get it. If you want to fucking succeed and you want to piss on me, okay, whatever. Get the fuck out of here. You ain't my friend. But if you're my friend, I'm going to fucking hook you up. And just like my boys, if they know the fucking way, they're going to hook me up.
Yep.
So hopefully, I'm speaking this into existence. Hopefully, we get a comedy club in Lubbock and I have a hand in it.
Man,
Well, we need a healthy person running it. That's all I'll say about
Yeah.
that. Not some fucking idiot who
No.
wants to gatekeep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No,
And
for
I'm not saying y'all would be that way, but I've seen the comedy scene. He knows it better than me, but you don't need that shit. You just need funny.
yeah.
You need good music, good
Yeah.
podcast. That's all you need. And let me-
Because I don't know, but Ish has introduced me into Lubbock comedy, but I didn't know that. And knowing Ish and the people that follow him and like the people that have been on your podcast, bro, I'm mind blown. I had no idea that this was an untapped resource. For real.
yeah, there's no lack of talent here. There's so much talent here. Just for whatever reason, they leave or whatever. I don't know.
They feel they have to leave.
Yeah. But if you got that comedy scene here, it'd be a game changer,
Yeah.
I think.
And I'll shout out the Ville. Y'all know him?
Yeah, 806ville.
Yeah. So, bro, I've reached out to him to fucking intro the show, a few times. He's been busy, but bro, I'm all Lubbock, bro.
Can I tell you a story about him? He came on the podcast a couple years ago. He's the only person ever, as soon as he got to my garage, was smoking a blunt and didn't stop till he finished and left the podcast.
Yeah.
Smoking a blunt the
Fucking
whole
Snoop Dogg.
fucking time. I've never seen that since, and I was like, oh shit, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But shout out to Bill. I like that guy.
So hold on, check this out. Who smokes more weed? Seth Rogen or Snoop Dogg?
Oh, Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
You think so?
Snoop, yeah.
Because I've heard some stories about fucking Seth Rogen, like,
I just think in years,
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop's a vet.
really? I'm leaning towards Seth. For real.
He's one of the people, Snoop Dogg, Willie Nelson, that if they pass it to me, I'll smoke it.
Yeah.
I can't
For
say
sure.
I can't say no.
Yeah, you got to.
I can't
you
say no.
have
And
to.
then, like,
Even if you're gonna get drug tested at your job tomorrow, you have to.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm handing it
I'm
to you
gonna
right now.
I don't smoke weed, but if they pass it, I guess so.
They better understand.
Yeah, dude. So I'm a little fucked up, Justice. Did I ask you if you're gonna fucking...
If what?
No, you didn't. You didn't.
I
ask
didn't
me.
ask you, right?
No.
No.
How you become your best version of yourself?
That's not.
You
my
asked
bad.
me that one, yeah. You didn't
No.
ask me about
My
the
bad.
The
the,
future.
other
My
one,
bad.
the
I'm a little
future.
fucked up.
Excited for the
I
future.
forgot. My bad. Sorry.
it happens.
Do you want me to answer it?
No.
Okay.
You can go again. My bad. I mean, we get fucked. This is what this fucking
Yeah, it
podcast
happens,
is about.
man.
Getting
It
fucked
happens.
up.
fucking happens.
This is what you got to look forward to.
Yeah. Fucking here for
I'm
it.
43, bro. My bad. So no bullshit, man. Justice, I'll ask you this because I put this question in here just for you.
Okay.
What's one thing that you wish the older generation really understood about your generation?
Man, that's tough. Like, we've talked about this a lot, you and
Yeah.
I. We've had a lot of private conversation about this. I think a lot of it that we have dabbled on is the kind of mental health aspect of it. But a lot of it is what we were talking about here today, too, is like the gratification, the I'm proud of you, the I love you, like kind of words of affirmation. Sometimes it's something as little as that can kind of steer you in the right direction as far as being a young man growing up, is that as a parent, if you just say those words, I'm proud of you, or hey, what do I need to do to help you? That's a big one. But I feel like just those words kind of would help a lot, because a lot of the older generation just kind of looks at where I'm at. And I mean, I've heard it said on your podcast before like I've really talked to you and I kind of put the perspective, but
Yeah.
like we were soft. Everyone used to say we were soft. Like we had it easy. Like we had it way easier than y'all used to have it. Which, yeah, there is a certain aspect to it that is true. Don't get me wrong. We do have it a lot easier. But that's what you want for your kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you should want for the younger generation is adapting to times and progressing to make it easier for them.
Yeah.
And at the same time, like, I have a lot of the toughness that a lot of y'all grew up with, because like
For sure, bro.
you're friends with my
Yeah.
dad, and you've seen it firsthand.
I've spoken to you way like too many times to know for sure. Yeah,
Like, it's there. Like, I have everything that y'all have to an extent, but
your mentality is real tough.
I definitely have a lot of the other side of it too, to where I can open up and express my feelings at times. But don't get me wrong, I do close it off a lot too.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big misinterpretation, is like, we're not as soft as you think. It's not as easy as you think. We're dealing with it too. We're tough, but we'll deal with it, and we'll get there.
Yeah, so legit, I've told you this 1,000 times, and I'll tell you again. I really thought your generation was soft until really speaking to you and talking to you and understanding you. You're not soft at all.
Yeah.
At all.
I appreciate that.
And I want to express my sorry to you, bro, because I
Hey,
really,
you're good, man.
I really thought of my son's generation. I mean, you're 4 years older than
Right.
him, but I really thought y'all are pussies, and it's not. Y'all had it harder than us. We just didn't know how to fucking grasp that or even understand that.
Yeah, it's I wouldn't even necessarily say harder. I just think it was different. And sometimes different looks like it's harder. No pun intended, but like, different isn't what you're comfortable with. So you look at it as like, well, that's a complication. That's more difficult, but it's not. It's just different.
Yeah.
And different's okay. And that's just something that people have to understand. Kind of how we're talking about, like, Lubbock's evolving and it's going to be different, but you have to adapt. And
Yeah.
if you don't change with it, then you're going to get left behind. Like you said, the old heads are like, no, Lubbock is terrible. It has nothing there. Well,
I say harder because, check this out. I say harder because, number one, social media bullying.
Sure.
Number two, so my parents, hey, before the street lights come home. But us are like, where the fuck are you? Blah, 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 blah. Like, constantly, where the fuck are you? Where the fuck are you? Where the fuck are you? So that's why I say it's so harder, because we had it easier. Like, okay, yeah, our parents care, but we just have to make it home before the street lights come on. Okay, yeah, we don't have social media. We have no concept of what bullying on social media is. That's why I say it's harder.
Yeah, that's fair, and I can understand that. But that's a whole different aspect, too, because if I was to listen to all those texts that said, where are you? You need to be home right now. Like, dude, it would have saved me a lot of fucking trouble in my life,
Yeah.
for sure. But I think it goes both ways. And that's the beauty of, like, the way I look at things is you can say you see it a certain way, and I'll understand it, and I'll get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But I also understand the other side, too.
Yeah, so I'm like thinking, y'all not doing dangerous shit like we were, so y'all are pussies. But you're not supposed to be doing dangerous shit.
Yeah. It's fucking true.
Nope.
Yeah, so that's why I say that. So that's my thought theory on that bullshit. But
It
for
is
real,
what
man.
it is.
Yeah, and I'm glad I asked you that, because I really put that question in there for you, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I appreciate the sorry.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Because there was a certain episode you had where, like, it was like just bashing, and I was like, God damn
Like,
it.
fuck this guy.
And then the next episode I recorded, I kind of like, not even like clap back, but just kind of had to put my 2 cents
Yeah.
out there for, like, if you think this, you're not necessarily wrong, but you're not right either.
Shit, I want to say sorry to you and to my daughter, because that same shit. You're just like, y'all are fucking weak, you know. I did a lot of that with my daughter, bro. A lot of, you didn't go through what I went through, and you think this is hard, but you're not respecting their emotions, their feelings, their experience.
We're forgetting they're people.
Yeah,
Like, legit.
Yeah.
We're forgetting they are people.
yeah. And you're not fucking being their teammate, being their
Yeah.
partner.
Exactly.
you know?
I'm all for being. When we first started dating, my wife didn't understand blaming shit on her. That was ridiculous. That was all my shit. And I'm like, we're a fucking team. We're a fucking team. Like, if I'm blaming shit on you, fucking go with it. Hey, we got to leave because she's got shit tomorrow. I'm like, no, I don't. Yeah, you fucking do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you forget that your kids are your fucking team. For real.
But I think it does go back to like one thing we said, kids raising kids. But on top of that, like, y'all didn't grow up with that either. So you didn't. How are you supposed to know?
Yeah.
So like my sorry to like my parents and to y'all too is like y'all didn't know any better either.
Well, that's one reason that I love your podcast, man. Forgive me for if I overstep, but I know your panel is your boys, right?
Right.
But I see Polar Opposites as your podcast.
And it was like I definitely am the mastermind behind it.
I really see your podcast as your podcast. But I love your podcast because you give me a total painted picture of what I thought my son was doing wrong. And you paint the fucking picture of, damn, my son is on the right track. And I love your podcast, but I love you for painting that picture for me, for understanding my son more.
Yeah, it's a vision that I have. Like it's not like I just go out there and talk out of my ass. Like I definitely have a vision for what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But it's really what it dumbs down to is the people who don't feel like they have a voice, if they hear what I have to say, their voice is heard because they didn't have what it took to say it.
Yeah.
But they heard it and then now they feel heard because someone else said it.
Yeah.
Is essentially what I'm trying to do.
And the Polar Opposites, if you guys have never heard it and you guys got children in the ages of high school ages to, right around finishing college, listen to the boys' podcast, man. Listen to the man's podcast, like the Polar Opposites, because I promise you it would help you understand your children more. I promise you.
And we definitely get into the tomfoolery and shoot the shit with the
Yeah,
boys
but-
and all that. But we do.
But you get deep. You come on here and say that I'm deep, and Roy calls me gay for being deep. But y'all get deep, bro. You
Yeah.
really do.
I try to make it like in the middle of the episode that's when we do it, for sure.
I have to check it out.
And it paints the perfect fucking picture.
And I think the only reason I'm able to do it is because we're not on video. So I try to be as expressive with what I say as I can. And that's the only reason I haven't gone to video yet.
Yeah.
Is because I want to make sure that my words have meaning and I'm actually meaning what I'm saying before I make that transition.
Sweet ass, bro. For real.
That's what's up. He said I had a sweet ass.
Yeah.
What's good?
So, Roy, what's one thing that you wish your mom's generation understood about you?
I don't even know if it's my mom's generation, but the older ones, like, I think we're more multi-layered. It's not like black and white. Like look at me. Like I paint my nails. I have hoop earrings. I have long hair.
And you call us gay.
And I have, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Like I have tattoos. Like I'm still like, just because I do those things doesn't mean I lean a certain way or I believe a certain, like, what I learned this year is I'm pretty fucking conservative. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a Catholic man. I'm a heterosexual man. I love my woman, but I like to do certain things certain ways. Like I like to like blend shit, and I don't think the older generation understands that. The older you get, they don't really get that, and I wish like you guys a little bit more than like the older generation, but I wish y'all understood like we can watch horror, like this is coming from personal experience. We can watch horror movies, listen to metal, listen to things that are alternative and still believe in God almost, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We can still be Lubbock the way like Lubbock is at its core, but still fucking follow other things.
I love that you say that.
You know, like you can still smoke weed, you can still drink a little. Like I have gay friends. I mean, like just because that shit exists doesn't mean we're a certain way.
Yeah.
And
I love that you say that because
yeah.
Lubbock is Bible Belt.
It is
For sure.
And I think I'm very much Lubbock. I'm very much a product of Lubbock, but I like to wear black. I like to paint my nails. I like to do that shit. And that doesn't mean I'm a certain way and I think a certain way, but I do. Unfortunately, I do, but that doesn't mean we all do. You know what I mean? And I just wish older and I actually pity older generations in that manner because they didn't get that chance to express themselves in ways we get to express ourselves.
Well, that's one thing.
Yeah.
That's if you listen to if I could tell you now my shit, it would chime right into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I could feel like your dad would hate me.
Yeah.
But
No, I'm not saying that, but I get what you're saying.
But you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of old heads feel a certain way about me, and I'm like, I'm not that way. Just because I look this way, I'm not that way. But
Yeah.
you know, and it's even like looking at me like this, like I love my mom. I do. You know, I love animals. I love weird shit, and it's okay to like that shit. And you can still go to church on Sunday at the Catholic Mass. You should accept that shit. And I'm not like an extreme on either end, but I get the pain and the grief that those extremes express because they're outcast, and I don't think you should outcast people like that.
No, for sure.
That's what I wish older generations understood. Like my dad is old like that, and it's like I am that. Well, my older like I like sports. Would you believe that? I like sports. I still like again paint my nails, do this and that. It's like you can like a lot of things and still
Yeah, when I
believe in
first
that.
met you, no bullshit, I never would have thought your knowledge in baseball
Yeah, see
is
I mean?
what it is.
That's what I mean.
For sure.
Like I wish,
Yeah.
and I wish the older generation understood that. I remember I changed a tire for this old lady one time. She was like, back in my day, old guys with long hair are gay, and I was like, I'm fucking helping you change your tire, and you're telling me this? Like,
You should have left the bolts loose, and dog.
You should have said, fuck you, I'm out.
yeah.
Left that tire on the fucking
it
floor.
was like shit like that. I've experienced that my whole life, so it's like I wish they did. And you old farts are gonna die soon, so sorry for you. But I just, but I don't think I've ever, and if we're being honest, I don't think I've ever run across hate in my life, true hatred, just ignorance. But maybe they'll come to Jesus one day.
For sure.
If they don't, well, that's on them. But that's what I wish. It's just an understanding because of the internet and because of the times. There's so much shit that we could all like.
With that being said, me growing up, I grew up obviously in the understanding the world was late 80s, early 90s. I saw you as a rock star because that was the way you live your lifestyle, for real, was what I understood to be a rock star. With the painting of the nails, the long hair.
Yo.
So when I met you, and we talked about baseball, and you're a fucking Ranger fan, I was like, holy fuck! Like, I put this motherfucker in a box.
Yeah,
like,
I get that.
So I get what you're saying, for real,
Yeah,
for sure.
And a lot of that was he's gay.
No, I know. I
okay.
never thought you were gay. I never.
No, I've heard that my whole life.
No, but I want you to know, I never thought you were gay. I thought you were a rock star. For real, like a rock.
Well, maybe I
Because
am.
that's what I fucking knew. That's what I knew
Yeah.
your style to be.
That's a
So I
huge
put you in
influence
a
in my life.
box. I put you in a box.
Yeah.
And yeah, bro, like, I'll suck your dick for a little bit. Like, bro,
We're taking turns.
You fucking, like, legit, you've opened my mind into understanding even you, like, but not only you, but everything that you're about. I put you in a box. Yeah. And I had you on the podcast, but before that, when we talked, I was like, holy fuck, you woke me up. Just like Justice woke me up when I had him on. I thought he was a fucking pussy ass generation, and no, he's not. So yeah, that being said, bro, like, I have no problem telling you to your face, I put you in a box. I understood you. I knew what you fucking expressed to me. And yeah, I put you on the pedestal because, bro, you are in the podcast industry. You are what I strive to be.
Thank you. I don't think we're pussy. I think we're soft. I
wouldn't
think
even say that.
I think things have just thanks to y'all's generation and the ones before. Everything's easy.
Yeah.
Everything's easy, and I think that's a good and a bad thing.
Can I say something on that?
No, not yet.
No,
Go ahead, Ish, for real.
I think y'all stronger than we are.
Yeah.
I think y'all stronger than we are because I used to think that y'all were soft, all that shit. But look at who the fuck was soft. We were the ones that were soft because we couldn't speak about our emotions. We turned to fucking violence. We hurt people. Well, fucking talking, but
Allegedly.
I thought,
Allegedly.
allegedly. But I thought that was strong. You know what I'm saying? But suppressing all that shit and fucking outbursting like that was weak. Y'all are fucking strong. And y'all are leading the next generation to be stronger. That's my honest opinion about your generation.
I believe that. And I agree totally with that.
There's only one thing that scares me about that, though, is as generations go and it gets easier for them, there's going to be that next generation that is going to go, history's going to repeat usually to where it gets hard for them again because it's too easy. It's literally history. If you look at it, it happens over and
It's a
over and
cycle.
over. It's just a cycle.
cycle.
Just
Yeah.
a cycle. That's the only thing that scares me.
Yeah.
But by that time, surely I'll be dead. So
Yeah, and then
Long
yeah,
gone.
for sure. And we talked about it on your podcast, like the movie Coco fucking opened my fucking eyes about like you're gonna be eventually forgotten about.
Oh,
Dead,
fuck
dead.
yeah.
And
100
that scares
years.
me, man. Like
Hey, even the queen got forgotten eventually.
Yep. 100 years.
you're
nobody's
gonna
knows.
eventually be forgotten about, and that's scary to me more than anything. Like more than dying. Fuck, no one's gonna remember me.
But if we get a comedy club, we can put our pictures on the wall so they have to stay there. We'll put them with super glue.
And people will pass it like, who's this puto? I don't know who that fucking puto is. Hey, but there's a new Shane Gillis.
Mine's gonna be above the urinal.
the urinals outside.
Who's that fucking guy right there?
Ish, man, you're my age, man. You're around my age. What do you think an older generation
Man,
should have understood about us?
the only thing I can think of, honestly, is like it has to do with my mom and shit. I wish they would understand that for us financially, it's fucking harder now than it was for them. Because my mom, man, every time I would make a little bit of money as a single father, like I would level up.
Yeah.
She was like, "You're fucking rich." I'm like, I'm not rich, man. Like, no, I'm not. It's only $13, or whatever. And she's like, "Well, I never made that. And I'm like, "Yeah, but how much was shit back then?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's not the same. So even now, like me and my mom have that like debate where she's like, "You make more than I've ever made," and I'm like, you see how much everything is? Like, shit, I'm fucking broke. Like,
Bro, that's insane that you say that because I just recently saw like a TikTok, and I don't know if it's true because I didn't do the math on it. I didn't do the research on it, but it was like, it went along the lines of saying a house was like 30,000, a car was like 6,000, and then they got paid like $4 or $5 an hour. So it makes sense. Yeah.
That's when there
like-
was an actual middle class.
yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, and you could provide off of like a minimum wage job.
Yeah.
But it's like a.
But just up until what, like 10 years ago, the minimum wage was still like $5.75 or whatever the fucking bullshit, $7.
It's $7.75.
It's been $7.25.
But like,
$7.25.
but before then,
Right.
like it was still for the longest like $5.75.
Yeah.
and you can survive.
And fuck,
That's
bro.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You
a
can't survive
motherfucker
off
now.
of minimum wage now.
I saw something on social media and I was like, damn, I feel that. But it said back in 2000, I think said 6 or 7, whenever the house market was really good.
08.
08. So it said in 2008, I should have bought a house instead of going to elementary school. And I was like, hell yeah, I should have. Hell yeah.
Right?
Well, no, not 08 because 08 was a housing
That's
market
that's,
crash.
I was about to
that's
say.
one of those things
Yeah.
you said like 6th grade advice, but if we could move it up a little bit, I distinctly remember being 16 years old and my delinquent friends buying drugs on the black market with Bitcoin for $1 a fucking Bitcoin, $1 a Bitcoin. You know how much it's worth now?
No shit,
It's like
bro.
90,000
Yeah,
a
it's a fuck
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
ton of money.
We could have bought so much Bitcoin. I remember being 16 and my friend's like, "Do you know what Bitcoin is?" I'm like, "I don't even know what the black wave is. What are you fucking talking about?" $1.
So
It just made me.
once again, this is all from social media. This is all not verified and mathified.
Not fact checked.
But I heard a story on social media where like a next door neighbor didn't have money and was like, I'll give you like 20 Bitcoins if you order me a pizza.
It was like that.
Yeah. And he was like, okay, I don't know what that is, but yeah, I'll buy you a
In the
pizza. For
2010
20 fucking Bitcoins.
In the 2010s, it was like that.
Yeah.
I
And
gotta say something stupid. You made me think of this shit, bro. If I could go back to when I was 14, I'd slap the shit out that little motherfucker and I'd steal all his fucking money. It would get me out of debt right now. Like,
drug money, illegal money.
Save your money.
well, you know, the alleged money.
Get
that
that money
motherfucker,
up
yeah.
and
I'm
save
still
it.
trying to make that.
You meet the statute of limitations. You're fine.
I was just saying, I'm still trying to reach that monthly income. Like,
I just remember that.
I'll
I
slap the
distinctly
shit out.
remember that.
Well, for me, bro,
dark web is what it's
honestly, if I can understand the older generation to to let them give them some information to understand us, I envy Roy's generation. Like, I wish that it wasn't all work. The older generation was like, you gotta work, you gotta work, you gotta work.
Yeah.
Either you're going to school or you gotta work, you gotta work, you gotta work. If they just let us tap into our creativity or just attempted whatever the fuck we were good at, who knows what the fuck we would have all been doing right now. But it was just hammered down to on all of us. It's either work or school, work or school, work or school. If they just let us tap into any creativity, anything that we were fucking good at, and just attempted that, bro. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, I feel like bad for like older generation. I don't think they were allowed to do that.
No.
Like, be creative. Like, what do you mean you want to play guitar? Go fucking work. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
but then we got lucky with podcasting.
Yeah.
I think we did.
Most
We got
definitely.
very lucky.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I told you guys this, like 2020, I thought it would be 2028, but it was 2024 that like shaped elections. Podcast did. It really shaped the election, and now we are the media.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We are the media, and I love it. And then
I love that analogy.
I can only the reason I'm about to say what I'm saying is because you guys brought it upon yourselves. Fuck the mainstream media. You brought it upon yourselves. We are the media now, and it's so fucking exciting. And I tell you guys that? Like, I would hope in the next election or the one after that, I'm a part of that. Like, I would love to be a part of that.
Hell yeah.
Like, whoever the fucking... I don't give a fuck what you believe in or who you believe in. Like, how cool would it be to have Donald Trump on the JP Lopez show? Like,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
or Joe Biden or Kamala, whatever, JD Vance. That's fucking sick as fuck. Like,
yeah.
they're speaking directly to the people on that.
And
Like,
they are in their basement.
yeah,
Or they're
I love
like
it.
they're not in a fucking news studio. Like, they're in their fucking basement.
I'm so glad you guys understand that because you guys are all podcasters. Like,
Yeah.
even my girlfriend doesn't like.
Take your belief out of it. Take
No,
your
yeah, yeah.
fucking belief
Like,
out of it.
even my
How
girl-
fucking cool is that?
Even
For
my
sure.
parents, my girlfriend, none of y'all understand like how fucking cool would that be, like, cause you started over there, now you're here. I started
Yeah.
in my garage. How cool would that be even if it was like the governor? How cool is that they come and, cause we speak directly to y'all. They haven't been doing that,
No,
and that's so fucking sick to me.
exactly. Man.
I love it. Oh man, speaking of the future, that excites me more than anything. Oh, that excites me.
Well, it's to dumb it down is like how cool it is to put it in perspective is like for me, I just started. Like I barely hit 20 episodes, right? Like knowing that you had like candidates for mayor in
Yeah.
Lubbock, that shit blows my mind.
It's cool, man.
Because like the one time that it actually blew my mind of who I was and what I do is I was working the Co-Wetzel concert. Literally took a beer truck out there and was selling beer off the truck to the bar as they needed it. And I was just walking around with the fucking two-wheeler dolly, wheeling beer across the fucking venue, and some random person, shit you not, had no idea who they were, just walks up to me and they're like, "You do the Polar Opposites, right?" And I was
Hell
like,
yeah.
"Yeah." And they're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"I fucking listen to your shit. It's badass." And I was like, "What the fuck is going on? And so to dumb it down, like it's something as little as that for me was like the way I look at your fucking mayor candidates,
Isn't
the
that
way
shit
that
cool?
then we talk about fucking like Donald Trump and presidents and all those candidates like that. That's just to put it in perspective for the people who can't wrap their mind around it.
It's so exciting to me. I love that.
It's fucking
shit.
amazing. It's so
crazy.
fucking cool.
That's cool as shit.
We are the media.
It's awesome.
Yes. Yeah. You.
Let me just make a prediction. In the 2026 mayoral election, you are fooling yourself if you don't come on this podcast, my podcast. If Timothy's still doing his, you are fooling yourself if you don't do it. I'm not even lying. Like, we speak directly to the people, and that's who you're trying to get to vote for you. You're fooling yourself. Like, fuck KCBD, fuck all that shit. Shout out to you guys for doing what you've done, but that's over.
Yeah.
That is over, and I'm so excited about it. You are fooling yourself if you don't come on these podcasts.
Well, we just said it. We're Lubbock.
yeah,
We are fucking Lubbock.
and that is the most exciting thing.
And we are not leaving.
Yeah,
I know I'm not.
and I have
I'm
no
not. I
plans.
have no intention of ever leaving. I am fucking Lubbock through and through. I'm one of the few that rep Lubbock to the fullest, and it makes me feel so happy that you think of the same.
Oh, I love it.
Think the same about
So
of our
I'm
town.
excited about it. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be fun.
legit.
I have a preposition for y'all, but remind me once we're done off there because it's like legit shit, like for a podcast idea.
For sure.
Just remind me here in a minute. But I have something real good to
After I
propose
piss,
to
I'm
you.
gonna remind you.
That's fine. I'll go hold it
We
for
all
you.
go piss together.
Circle
Yeah, I
jerk.
gotta piss too.
So let's hit it home, man. We've
Wait, what are
gone.
you gonna say?
No, later. Off air.
Oh,
It's got to be
okay,
off air.
okay,
I don't
okay.
want people taking our shit.
Okay.
So let's just hit it home, man. Well, let's wrap it up. What's your final thought, Justice?
Okay, I'm gonna repeat it because I said it yesterday on mine, but your people need to hear it too. So I was just kind of thinking, sitting in thought, but my final thought is that there's nothing in nature that I know of that year round fully blossoms. That's in season year round. So as an individual, as a person, don't expect that for yourself either. You're going to go through highs and lows. You got to, the leaves have to fall off for them to come back and grow and truly blossom and turn to true color. So don't expect anything from yourself other than that
You
because
just fucking went deep.
you're
Fuck
fucking
yeah.
a human being. You're part of nature, and don't expect perfect from yourself because it's never going to happen. But it's in the character. It's in the trying to try and be perfect and be the best version of yourself.
Fuck. Top that, Roy.
I'm gonna try to top that. Just like we were talking, you're gonna die. People are gonna forget about you, and in the overall scheme, nothing matters. So the only thing that matters is now, and the only thing that you can do is give life meaning. So whatever you believe in, pursue it. Try it. Fuck it. Who gives a fuck? And if you're from Lubbock, let's fucking take a ride, man. Let's see what we can do at this fucking town before we all grow old. I think in the next 10 years, this shit's gonna be great. So. Do that. Follow the Snake Pit with Rattlesnake Roy.
Hell yeah.
Ish.
Oh shit. I ain't got nothing like that. I just want to take it to the comedy thing. Y'all see me do comedy on this podcast. Maybe you go and subscribe to my podcast. But what I would like is if you feel like you want to try to do comedy, I say just do it. And once you do it the first time, you're going to get over the nerves. You're going to get addicted to it. And somewhere out there, we got the next great comedian that's going to come up, and you're going to represent Lubbock just like these guys. So just do it. Don't stop yourself from doing it.
My dude, my man, did a stand-up open mic in a fucking helmet. So this motherfucker knows what the fuck he's talking about. He did a fucking stand-up session in a fucking helmet with a football fucking helmet on. Once again, bro, tell him where to find you, bro. For real.
Oh, find me?
On your YouTube.
Oh, shit. I ain't said it in a long time. Mr. is WT on YouTube. Wait, Mr. Mr.iswt
Yeah.
on YouTube. And
sure.
you'll put a link, I'm sure.
No, I'm going to, for sure. Yeah.
Shit.
Thank y'all guys for coming, man.
Thank
For
you
sure.
for having us, man. It was fun.
this was a fun time. I'm very glad that the Liquid Courage has opened us into getting to a deep podcast, and I'm very glad that Roy didn't talk about how gay we are, but
Oh, I will.
because he
Check
just
out my
mentioned
podcast.
it just a few times. But yeah,
Check out my podcast. No, it's
thank you guys. I appreciate all three of y'all for real,
what's up,
and I think highly of y'all three for sure. But until next time, guys. Reach